In this video, we're going to be covering our hip abduction isometric holds. This is going to be the first in a series of progressions that we can utilize to train our hip abductors. So what we're going to need for this is some kind of block or something to rest our head on and a mat here on the ground. It's going to be performed with just our body weight and ability to just generate our own contraction. So the intensity of this movement or exercise is going to be dependent on how we can generate some internal tension through the body prior to performing the movement and the hold itself. So we're going to start off lying on our side here with the leg slightly in front of us. I don't want the legs completely straight here, but I'm going to instead just slightly create this semi-V formation. So I want those feet in front of me here. I'm going to feel pretty comfortable lying on the side. I don't want my body to roll too far forward or too far back. The head is rested on top of our block. You can even utilize something softer, pillow, anything just to keep that head supported. The arm at the bottom can be extended out in front of us here. I'm going to ensure that I'm just going to generate some squeeze through it and maybe even push it down into the ground. This will help to generate a little bit more stability in this position. The opposite hand here on top, this can just grip onto the floor as well, just so that I feel supported throughout. Now, what we want to do is we're going to first generate our internal tension. So I may take a deep breath in, exhale, start to brace and squeeze that core. That will keep this nice and stable. I can then even just squeeze the hands, the rest of the limbs, and just focus on contracting the body prior to then lifting this top leg. So what I want to do here is I'm going to gradually focus on using the musculature here on the side to lift that leg up to a position where I start to feel some tension and engagement on the side of the hip. I want to ensure that I'm not just opening out the leg too much. I'm keeping it slightly rotated in as I lift, and then I'm going to maintain this position here, and as I feel some tension generating through the side of the hip. Hold here for the prescribed duration. This way may be anywhere between 3 to 10 seconds, and then we slowly lower that leg back down to on top of the bottom leg to its starting position. And prior to performing the next rep, again, just take a breath in, exhale, squeeze, generate your tension, gradually lift to the same position and height, hold, and lower. The key thing is to make sure that we don't generate too much momentum on that initial lift, and that we're also not lifting to the point where I just feel like I'm compressing the side of the rib cage with the pelvis here. So I don't want to feel like I'm creating a side crunch. Rather, I want to keep the space open, maybe even the tailbone lightly tucked in. So as I lift here, I want to ensure that this is what's doing the work versus allowing something else to take over.